Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, back for some more Age of Wonders 3 this week. I want to get started with your feedback. There was a lot this week, so we're going to try to speed run through as much of this as possible, but I thought you guys had a lot of good ideas and noticed some things that I missed in the previous few episodes. For one thing, Insert Username and Mikko Heiskanen both did point out that my sorcerer has free movement. I don't know exactly how she got that. It may be an item that she's holding, possibly. Uh, but actually, that is a great question as to how she has that, because I was assuming it was one of her items. But she's got Mountaineering, she's got Dwarf, Forestry is in here somewhere. So I don't know how she got that. Oh, there it is. Inherent. Oh, okay, that makes sense. She's Dora the Explorer. That's why she has free movement. It's an inherent hero ability. I get it. All right, so that's that. I did not realize she had that. Didn't even really bother looking before when I took her. I just knew I wanted a sorcerer. From Blurry Intervision, insert username. Don't forget to sell class buildings in newly conquered cities. I might need reminders of this from time to time. This is one of those things I forget. After I take this city, I will try to remember. There's a good chance I'll forget anyway. But if I do, you guys can just mention that in the next episode. It is worth looking to see if this city had anything worth selling, but it doesn't. That was not originally one of my cities. I don't own any other enemy cities right now, so this is just more of one of those things to keep an eye on in the future. From Sarah Feingold and Impregnable, Fertile Domain is active on some cities, at least Elric Huin, that don't need it anymore. Now, which one is Elric Huin? I'm assuming that's, okay, this one right here. Yeah, that's a High Elf Metropolis, so we don't need to be spending mana keeping that active, so thanks to Impregnable and Sarah for pointing that out. We will end that spell and save an extra 20 mana per turn. So we got a nice, comfortable, almost 200 mana income per turn. That I feel pretty good about that. And then, are there any other cities where it's active and not needed? I don't think there are, but you can actually look in the overview panel. If you go to your cities tab, there it is. And then you can see what you have as a metropolis, and the only two are Orleanis and El Raccoon, and I'm pretty sure I took it off of Orleanis a while ago. So yeah, we're good there. That's another one that I may frequently need reminders for. I have a tendency to forget that one. I just get into the swing of the game and forget to think when it says a city grew to a metropolis. Let's see. Well, from Nelnico, just a friendly reminder that Break Control removes stiffened limbs. I know the enemy, one of Santa's Necromancer heroes, was using stiffened limbs on the snake, I believe, in my hero's army. Or maybe it was a different army. I can't remember for sure. But they were stiffening limbs on one of my snakes. I think it was actually my sorcerer's army. But Break Control can remove that. And if I remember correctly, there is a Tigran sorcerer out here somewhere, a mystic that has break control that I could have used. Maybe she doesn't. I was thinking she did. Oh yeah, she does. She's got it right there. So I could have removed stiffened limbs with those mystics, but I didn't. So it's worth remembering. I always think of break control as being like a break mind control type thing, and forget that it works for stiffened limbs and some other movement restricting abilities. It might work for immobilize too. I'm not 100% sure about that, but if it works for stiffened limbs, it would make sense that it works for immobilize. But I have not fact checked that, so maybe take that with a grain of salt. From Tarsak, or actually from Spongelfan, actually I'll go over those two last because those are kind of what's going to go into the gameplay. From ZNICZ, does Dora is a good choice to fight the Dreadnought? I agree. I'm going to start sending Dora up to the northwest as soon as possible. Sorcerer is a great choice to fight the Dreadnought because she's got Inflict Stun on her regular attacks, but Chain Lightning can also be very useful, and Chaos Rift can actually destroy a Dreadnought army if you can keep it active without them disjuncting it. From My Brain Hurts, chance to get Tier 4 snakes from Summon Gargantuan Animal. I'd actually forgotten about that, but Summon Gargantuan Animal does give you a chance to get T4 snakes. It's one of several things it can pick from, so it's not guaranteed by any means. The odds are maybe like, I don't know, 1 in 3, 1 in 4. I hadn't done the math on it, but it's nice to see one pop up whenever it does happen. So That's going to be a good thing to use, although I don't know. We'll have to see how things go with the trolls. I may end up just summoning a gargantuan animal in whatever city it looks like the trolls are targeting on any given turn. We'll have to see where they show up with the event happening beginning on the next turn. And then from Impregnable, use Wild Growth for more mana-efficient tree growing. I've been using Terraform to grow trees, but Wild Growth, you actually get more out of that as long as you grow, I think it's at least 6 tiles. You can actually pretty easily do the math on that because Terraforming costs 12, and Wild Growth is probably 60, if I'm doing the math right. So that is... where is Wild Growth at? Am I just missing it on this page, or is it somewhere else? Or do I not have it yet? Woodfields, grow forest. Maybe I haven't gotten it yet, or I haven't researched it yet. Kind of surprises me that I haven't come across that one yet. Where can I select research? There we go. Yeah, okay. So I just don't have it yet. But that would be a more... yeah, it's 60 and it grows. So basically, if you grow at least 5 trees with that, at least 5, you're breaking even. And anything above that, you're getting more growth out of it. And then there's another advantage to it in that Wild Growth happens instantly. You don't have to wait until the next turn for the tile to change. So that might be one that's worth picking up here pretty soon. In fact, depending on how my research goes, I might be able to get it in one turn before long. And then finally, 2 last comments, and these will both lead kind of straight into the gameplay for this week. I've got Schmongelfan. Might need to pull back my leader's army to the cave entrance after taking Santa City to help deal with trolls if needed. While still kind of guarding the cave. I think I'm inclined to agree. As much as I want to just set my hero loose against Santa out here, I do need to take the troll thing seriously. They could do a lot of damage. Normally takes them, even after this, maybe a turn or 2 to show up at some cities. So I should have time to hit this, grab the haste berries, and turn around and leave. I might even be able to do... I don't know if the haste berries are even necessary for this. They might be. I'll also be clearing that tomb if they haven't done so already. Unexplored, yeah, so I'll clear that too. So my king's army will probably hit this city and then turn around and come back up to here because the king and the snakes can get across the water pretty quickly to assist any of the towns in this area with animal invasion problems, or with troll invasion problems. And then finally, last comment for this week came from Tarsak. Feedback with regards to what to do up north. 2 things, actually. First off, the eagle that I have here, and this could probably be my first move of this episode. This eagle probably needs to go up north and get on the water to keep an eye on this city so that I know kind of like what's out here. I'm gonna, for now, send it kind of like this because it can't make it to the water in one turn, so it'd be vulnerable on land. I could put it on the mountain here and then make it to the water on the turn after, or I could put it on the mountain out here. I'm going to send it at this angle just in case there's anything sneaking through this area that could potentially target my capital. It does not look like there is, so I should be okay. And then from here, I'll move up to here so that I have eyes on that road. But then at this point, I think I want to veer off and get on that mountain just for a little extra safety, and then I'll be able to make it to the water on the next turn. So the eagle can kind of keep an eye on things. And what I can see from here is that there's nothing else coming down the road, which means that I may be able to chase down the armies that ran off this way. I can't quite do that on this turn, though. Oh wait, I was thinking about bringing these guys in on it. Alright, you know what? That's not a bad idea, and what I can do is kind of scout it out with my warlord. I'm gonna go like this, and let's see, she had 36 movement, half of that is 18, so she can go this far safely. Okay, there's a stack of 2. Let's go a little bit further. Okay, they look pretty isolated. I'm gonna bring in all the extra troops I can. Get these spiders up here. We're gonna knock these guys out. since it doesn't appear that there's anything else in the immediate area, unless it's here, which wouldn't make a whole lot of sense unless they were going after that watchtower or something. This should be a pretty easy fight. I'm gonna stack on extra units there. And then I think I'll probably attack with the hunter, because he can make it back pretty quickly. And we'll just knock a couple more dreadnought units off the table while they're out here. They get punished for breaking my watchtower in the last episode. And then also, obviously, want to stack XP on that snake as much as I can. And the spider, for that matter. I'm gonna just try to web up the priest, I think. But we want to have him let his guard down. Actually, I've got 2 web options, so let's... I want them both to let their guard down to get the maximum XP I can get out of this. So we're gonna back up and kind of block the hunters with that guy. The spider can hide behind the rock, and block the snake with this guy. Make sure the... Yep, there we go. That looks pretty good, I think. I don't think... Yeah. Oh, she's already got sidearms on her cavalry. That's worth knowing. I think my units are okay. I thought they might shoot the hunters. Okay. Now that their guard is down, well, one of their guard is down, I can, let's see, go here. I'm going to just try to web this guy now. Okay, I got lucky on that, so that's nice. Webbed. Okay, great. Then I can bestow Iron Heart on the hunter. The snakes can spit. I will let the spider chomp that guy. Snakes can spit. And this is where I really want to get rid of that. Okay. I'm fine with the spider taking some hits of retaliation, because that's not a bad idea to do against tier 2 units like the priest, because they don't really do a lot of melee damage in return, and I'm actually getting XP for being hit by that guy. I just hope they don't use a spell to kill the spider now. I didn't think about that, but the spider only has 17 health. I might need to end this battle on this turn. Yeah, I need to end this battle on this turn in case they use, like, some sort of damage dealing spell. Alright. And I'll give the XP to my warlord here. I'll use Warcry, may as well. And that's that. Okay, so we'll leave them there for the rest of this turn. Tarsec also mentioned that my Frostling Warlord here is really pretty useless against the Dreadnought. So I basically need to plan out his or her demise. I think that might be a lady Frostling hero. I need to plan out her demise. She's got that nasty fire weakness, and it's been causing me to basically hide her from the Dreadnought's flame tanks, and if you're hiding your hero, you may as well just try to get a different hero. So I kind of need to arrange for her to have an accident, and then I will replace her with either probably another druid or a theocrat. So basically, she's expendable at this point. I'm not going to just disband her. I would rather use her in some aggressive play to maybe use her as bait for one of the battles, because I'm sure I could use it at some point. But for the time being, I guess she could stick around. So we'll end this turn here. I'm actually going to send them back to the city for the moment, because the trolls will be showing up pretty soon. We'll put them right like that. And we got elf hunters popping up all over the place. Probably worth sending another one up north, the next one that comes out. This one was on his way south, and I'm going to be spread pretty thin with my cities down here. Okay, there's another battle I need to do here, but before I do that, I need to do this one underground. I need to get Santa to use up his magic. So I'm going to attack. Yeah, we'll just send my leader in for now. This is a probable victory. I think it's more than probable, but Santa is going to have some spells. He should be fresh on spells this turn. Yep, there's static electricity, which isn't a huge deal. I've got a lot of range options. I mean, well, not a lot of range options, but good range options. I am going to try... I can't dispel that, so I'm just going to have to deal with that. But I've got this snake who's immune to shock. My leader is immune to shock. Storm Sisters are resistant to it, and they can stun stuff themselves. So I should be in okay position. I'm going to swing a bit further to the side on this one. And buff the snake. And yeah, I'm going to slide everyone off to the side. Fortunately, I don't have to deal with full walls this time. There is that nasty Treb in the back, though, I need to keep an eye on. At least the Sorcerer can't overload it, like the Dreadnought did and killed my Knight in a previous episode. Okay, that guy I need to be a little careful around with the Storm Sister. The goblins could do a lot of damage with their poison. So I want to move her just outside of his range, so this spot is safe. And then my leader, I'm going to use this opportunity to cause a bit of a ruckus with Lightning Bolt. Let's just hit both of those dwarves with it, I think. Actually, let's hit... we can't reach the guys in the back. That's okay. We'll just do some damage to those guys. And I want the spiders kind of up here, maybe a little bit towards the back along with this snake. Where'd he go to? Oh, he's right there. Okay. Okay, from this point, I think the Storm Sisters can start lighting stuff up. I'm gonna break that obstacle probably so she can get a clearer shot on these guys. No stun, that's okay. I'm going to send the snake after that thing. He is almost dead. That snake won't be able to quite reach it with spit. I'm thinking about just taking that guy out with my leader. Trying to decide whether I want to do that or something else. I might want to move on his flank, actually. Sort of guard him. I'll use my hero as more of a melee fighter this time around. Put him on defense here. And just sort of guard the snake from being hit in the back. Make it as hard for them to kill it as possible. And then at this point, I feel safe moving more spiders up. And I got my other snake here that I want to leave maybe just out of range of those boars for the moment. Alright, let's see what Santa's got up his bright red sleeve. Okay, they spent a lot going after my leader there, which is good. That's what I needed. Alright. Both the dwarf and the big beetle are just about dead. I think I can arrange to finish that off. The snake will do a lot of damage to the spider, or to the unicorn rider. I'm going to have the... Well, I think it will, actually. Do they have a poison weakness? Yeah, they do. Okay, so I'm going to move this spider around, actually. Finish off that dwarf. Then elf can move here. Finish off the big beetle. Poison snake goes here. Does a bunch of damage to the unicorn. This allows my snake to move up and hit the boar. Spider can finish the unicorn. I'm lucky I didn't get stunned doing that. I forgot that I could be stunned. And then I'm going to go over here and give a nourishing meal to the snake. Keep its health topped off. So everybody's still at pretty good health, and most of the cavalry are gone. Yeah, they won't be able to stun that snake. Alright, good stuff. I think the rest of this should be pretty easy. I want to try now to get a little closer and web up as many of those ranged units as I can and let the snake kind of go to town on him. I should be able to level him up to expert and get him possibly pretty close to the rank after as well. So I need a way to slow these guys down. Stunning them would be useful. What I could do is move this... Well, I don't know. I don't want to get too aggressive here and end up paying for it. Maybe I need to knock out a couple more units first. Or I could do this. There's a pretty good chance to stun a few units here. All I got was the Treb in the back, unfortunately. All those range units are still viable. I'm going to try to... Okay, I got a stun on that one. My leader can't do anything. I think just the other two alone, it'll be fine. The Treb is at least stunned. The spiders might get stunned doing this. But they won't die or anything. Oh no, he's just going to use his turn to try to dispel and fail. Okay, good stuff. I think now I've got him. So if I can web up... There we go, get a web on him. And then if I can get... Need to position carefully here. If I get the web on this guy, which I did not get, unfortunately, I believe... Alright, I think I know what I'm going to do here. Leader comes here, breaks obstacle, snake comes through here, hits this guy in the back, gets stunned for it, but does get XP. Now I need this guy to be dead. Oh wait, that's still in the way. I was going to try to get to the trebuchet and stun it, but that's alright. I guess I could try to stun this guy again. Did not work. We'll see what he does on the next turn. I'm just trying to leave as much of this for the snake as I can, who, since got stunned on my turn, will come back on my turn. Let's do a spit first to avoid getting stunned. And have... Well, we'll just let the trebuchet do whatever it wants for a turn. I'm not in danger of losing anything here. Okay, now you can heal that snake. And I'm just gonna go for it with this guy. Oops, I meant to do a melee attack there. Let's see if we can stop that trebuchet from moving around and causing so much trouble. There we go. Oh, I meant to use inflict stun there, not just outright kill it. Oops. Alright, melee attack. There we go. It does not really matter if he gets stunned at this point. Alrighty. That takes care of that. He is now gold rank, and I'm hoping with the tomb I might be able to get him to... So 148 out of 150. Yeah, I'll be able to evolve it in the tomb on this next turn. So that's good stuff. I'm going... Yeah, we'll just enter it. Very likely victory. Don't know why Santa didn't clear this a while ago. It doesn't look that hard. Just a bunch of reanimators. Let's see. Who's beat up? Let's give this guy a little health. We'll give him Awakened Spirit. And give healing to that snake. And then we can go forward and get everyone's attention. And I want that guy up front there. Although he doesn't really, actually he doesn't really need a lot of XP. He only needs to hit something like once. Okay, that spider just annihilated the poor wolf. Get through here. Try to stun one of those guys in the back. Well, I stunned him. He's also dead. I think we can just charge in here. Spiders are done with their turn. Oh, and he comes back. I always forget that. Deal with him, please. You know, may as well use Inflict Stun for the XP, and then I can have the spider just finish it off. I don't need any more XP on the Mature Reed Serpent because it'll all reset when it evolves, so I probably want to stack that on spiders and other things. So I'll just leave him on defense and let that snake do most of the work here. This guy could use a bit more patching up. I don't know if this spider ever had a chance to web anything this fight, so we'll let him get the experience for that. And everybody else is pretty much done here. Okay, let's see if I got anything worth keeping. Grar's plate. Hey, those are pretty nice. That's a lot of defense. Ooh, that is a lot of defense. Could put it on my warlord and she would have 21 defense. Oh my gosh. I mean, I might leave it on my druid though, because I was thinking about sending his slacks of sorcery to somebody else. It's got that 20% shock protection, but I think right now I'm actually at over, because I've got the 20% hero upgrade, this Cult of Storms insignia, and the slacks of sorcery. I will still be at 100% without those. So yeah, I'm going to give that to my leader and just turn him into even more of a tank. And then these, I think, actually would be pretty nice on the warlord. I'm going to send them her way. Oh, he's also got Jack's Gift. Oh, that's a tougher one, though. He's got regrowth, so Jack's Gift is great on him. But right now, that true sight and plus vision range, on top of the fact that he has a flying mount, is making him an excellent fighter, though. I think, though, still... I think this would go just as well on my Warlord, because she's also got a flying mount. In fact, most of my units will have a flying mount. Let's see what other items she's already got. I really want Jack's Gift on my leader because of regrowth and the mechanics of how it works with it being percentage of your health based. Yeah, I think we'll send the vision range upgrade to her. I think the Druid can unlock True Sight anyway, can't they? I think they can. Anyway, he's now got 95 health, 18 defense, and 13 resistance. I could maybe use getting a little more resistance on him now, but he's looking to be in pretty good shape. Plus, I've got an army with a lot of good units in it now. Now we can just walk in and take this city. I can... I'm just gonna absorb it for now, I guess. I don't really know. I mean, it probably would be smarter for me to release it as a vassal. It's not really in the way. The only reason why I'm hesitant, it kind of is in the way. That's sort of why I'm hesitant to make this one a vassal, is because, like, depending on how the AI positions its units, that could kind of block this path. So I might want to just absorb that one, even though I don't really want to from an economic perspective. From, like, a military or tactical perspective, especially with there being haste berries right there, I want to have, like, unhindered passage to this area. Now, most likely Santa's going to take it back before then anyway, but I'm going to take these haste berries so he can't use those. Alright, then I go back above ground. Okay. So King's Army's in position to assist other cities if needed with troll issues. Should probably throw down a quick save after those battles. I did get an upgrade leader. I am actually going to invest some in resistance, I think. I'm turning this guy into like a mega tank. The only thing he doesn't have is a lot of resistances to, like, fire, but he's very resistant to being frozen or stunned or petrified, so at least his movement's fairly unhindered. Okay, we know the trolls are coming on the next round. 2 turns left for Builder's Hall in this city. Now that Santa's burned through most of his magic, or presumably has burned through most of his magic, I'm fine with taking this guy on. Just getting him out of here. I'm not sure why this says probable defeat. I feel like I've got quite an advantage on this one. Oh, wow, hang on. He's got projectile resistance. And it's doing a lot of work. On top of his inflict stun. I might not be able to kill this guy. And he could... Well, I'm going to go for it. Oh, man. If I don't go for it, he might just turn around and attack me again on the next turn. But I was not expecting him to be that resistant to damage. Holy crap. Why is he... Normally, archers tear sorcerers up pretty easily. Meteoric armor. Dwarf deity military. That's what's doing it. That combined with projectile resistance from School of Teleportation. Giving it also an extra... Yeah, okay. Never mind. Yeah, that's no good. I will do more damage with the arcane arrows, but not a lot more. I think I'm still going to try to do this. Trying to figure out how to position everyone to where I get the most possible benefit out of this. I think I want cover. I'm gonna have to let him let his guard down. There we go. That's what I wanted him to do. Okay. Now, do I want to go for... Here's what I want to do. I want to move the tigers here and then just kind of unload on him. Oh, there's that teleport. Okay. Fortunately, he did not stun me. If he did, that could have ended the battle pretty much right there. Okay, now what do you do? Oh, good, he's bleeding. That's going to help. Okay, got him. I got a little lucky there. His couple chances to stun me failed. But, yeah, worth knowing those guys are all, like, souped up now. Great. Alright. At least that little nuisance is out of here. So Santa's more or less off my back for the moment, which is good because the dreadnought's all over it, plus the trolls. So there's always something going on around here in my little corner of the world. Yeah, still churning out elf hunters as fast as I can to help deal with the trolls. Summer of Love here. Okay, that's good. I'll take the extra population growth. And it gets me that much closer to the Sphinx Temple. I'm actually only 7 turns away from that. This city down here finished migrating. Oh, hey, this is one worth checking to see. Yeah, see, down here is one I could sell the sorcerer buildings. And I probably should, because I don't know how much longer I'm actually going to be able to keep this city. So yeah, let's sell off his class buildings. For those who don't know, it's been determined in previous series that although this city, as you can see, with producer merchandise, it's getting 35 gold per turn. Selling a building does not interfere with produce merchandise. You just get the money for the build. It's like you're still producing merchandise, but also getting extra money on top of it. So I don't know if I don't think you have to sell these in order necessarily, but I'm gonna sell the more valuable. Oh, hang on. Maybe selling, because this one's selling for 50 and the other one's only selling for 25. So maybe this is actually selling both of them in one turn, which would be better. I think that may be what it's doing. I'll try to remember to check on the next turn. Back to this goblin city where all I can really do is produce housing and sit on it. Army requires attention. Okay, that's the guys up north. They're staying on that mountain range to move either direction as they need to. Probably will send the next hunter I produce up that way. But another hunter in position there. This guy is on his way down. There's one there. So I got just kind of stuff scattered around. And I don't have any mana to cast anything on this turn. I mean, I could use terraforming. The one nice thing about terraforming is it doesn't require mana, but it's not quite as cost efficient. I think I could afford some terraforming. Although this city's already cheerful. That city's already cheerful. Goblins I'm not really worried about. How close are you guys? 411. They're still a little ways off for terraforming to make a huge difference. And my capital is 512. It might work in my capital. Actually, now that I think about it, oh man, wild growth would be nice to have right now because forests would slow down the trolls and give me a bit of a defensive advantage. But I don't have enough mana to spread a ton of forest everywhere. I'm going to have to wait on it right now. I'm going to keep my mana. It seems like I always run into a situation where I'm basically out of mana. Once the temple's done here, I need to get the Altar of Bound Souls ASAP in this city. Okay. Alright, let's move on to the next turn. And hope that we at least get a little bit of breathing room. Maybe just another turn or two of breathing room with these trolls would be really nice. And I think I could secure all my cities. I'll have to... Now, is this one of those events where it's like... Okay, trolls just rage all over the map, but they don't have a leader. Like, some of these events, it's like some powerful hero is leading an army of, like, penguins or whatever to murder everyone. But the trolls seem to just kind of, like, do their own thing. It does say the event is called the Troll King, but I don't know that there is actually a Troll King. If there is, you guys can let me know. Maybe I'll find him and get lucky and get some nice stuff. Ah, okay, they are making a move up here. Towards the capital, I see. Or they're just coming down this way to go after my city, or they're just driving through this area. I do feel a little bad because I didn't write down this comment, but there was someone... Oh, Santa got that city back right before I sold the stuff in it. There was someone in the comments who specifically mentioned there being a potential threat of people coming through here, and I apologize, I did not write that one down because I had a lot of feedback this week, but you were absolutely right. There's a feedback in one of the last 2 episodes. So good call on that, because I might not have been watching this otherwise. Alright, well, the Troll King event has begun. No domain invasion notifications yet. I don't know that I see any... I don't see any, like, independent armies anywhere. I do see Santa's got something down here. Just a couple guys in a boat. Not really worried about them. Okay. Kind of want my leader's army to be... You know what? I want them to stay on that cave entrance for now. They can stay there, and then if they're needed somewhere, I can start moving them in a direction. But for the time being, they can stay where they're at. Also, I want this hunter going in this direction, while the rest of these units go in here, and actually maybe there. And I'm going to put them on camp for a little while, because this city is too important to risk losing. Also, that city did just grow, and got a lot of new stuff in its borders, which is really nice. Now I'm really in the green on mana. Jasmine Lionheart sent me a message. I'm sure I know what that says. Okay, so we got 1 Juggernaut and 1 hero out here by themselves. Is this something that I can manage? So I can get a lot of people there. Unfortunately, that does not include the Frostling, who I sort of wish I had left where they were. It's like, I've got units, like I got numbers, but that Juggernaut could do a lot of damage, and that's a level 10 Archdruid. Oh, yeah, I know. I'm going to send this one up north. Actually, I might want to leave... Oh, wait, no, we've got more troops coming up from the south that'll be able to assist if trolls show up around this city, so... yeah, I can afford to send this guy up north. Because a lot of these guys are going to go keep an eye on things around Orleans for a little while, because that's another city that's too important to lose. With the exception of the Snake, who is going to carry on to... with the Sorcerer to fight the Dreadnought. Those Shock Serpents are very, very useful against Dreadnought. Are they on the cave entrance? Yes, they are. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that a mountain tile right there? No, it's dense vegetation. Okay. Go down, bring you guys up. I know for sure the Sorcerer and the Snake are going to be traveling together. I probably should leave them... What is the fastest route to get up here? It looks like it kind of curves through and goes south. So we're going to send them in that direction, but I want to get the Sorcerer a stack. so she's not completely vulnerable if a whole ton of trolls show up. We probably want... I'm going to leave the mammoth down here for now. We'll give the sorcerer... Oh, wait. Against trolls? The raptor would be useful because of the fire damage. The mystic would be useful, but I think I'm going to leave her on defense in Orleanice. We'll send the spider with them. This could maybe webbing up a troll could make a pretty big difference. The rest of these three I want to go towards the city, Orleanice, and then I'll get these guys just above ground. So Dora's on her way. Get there eventually. Actually, she probably... Well, she's got free movement, so she's actually not going to be the thing slowing this army down. I was thinking about giving her the flying mount, but it wouldn't make a difference with the army she's leading. The raptor's what's going to be slowing everyone down here, I think. Let's get the this hunter a little bit closer. And I can get this one on the mountain with that other one. I want these guys back in this city. Camping for now. Alright, select skill to research. I don't quite have enough to get wild growth in one turn, but it might still be worth it. I'm going to go ahead and pick that up anyway. Or, oh, I don't know, druidry in 2 turns could be really good too. No, I want wild growth. Because if I have enough time, it could slow down the trolls. Man, if only I could find a magic library that I haven't cleared, I might be able to get it. What else have we got going on over here? Looks like a couple more units showing up. Nothing huge yet. The main question right now is, can I handle that dreadnought, or that juggernaut that's moving in that direction? Also, I need to kind of scout here too. We'll send the Eagle Rider over here. I'm going to keep him close because I might need his help. Oh, frick. Yeah, if I moved up there, I'd be vulnerable to a giant counterattack that would wipe out my whole army. I can't handle that kind of firepower yet. We're just going to have to keep an eye on these guys. They can't quite make it there, so I'm going to position the Eagle here for now. Just knowing that they're up there, and then pull this army back as fast as I can. I may need some more firepower up here. I think it's going to take Dora too long to get here. I might need to send my king and the shock serpent up that direction, because I just don't have enough firepower to stop that many juggernauts just yet. Still working on that. Alright, we have to... As much as I want to keep this army here and focus on Santa, that dreadnought army heading in the general direction of my capital is a little too scary to ignore. We've got to get more firepower up there. Santa, I've knocked down a few pegs. The Goblin retook... I know Mogwai retook his capital, so I'm hoping he fights Santa underground. I think the two of them have been fighting, and Santa's been weakened, so Mogwai might do a lot of damage to him. So I think it's time to get more stuff up north. The Dreadnought is quickly becoming a bigger problem than Santa is. As much as I have beef with Santa Claus, I have to do what I know is best. So let's get a couple more roads built here. And then one more going into the city itself. And I want to move him back. And I'm kind of just sort of making the road curve down, go to the city, and then you can kind of follow it all the way around. And then I think this road will go pretty much straight up towards like where the capital is. More likely than not. Or maybe it might go through to where Orleanice is. I'm not sure. Okay. Anyway, Orleanice made the temple. I want the altar of bound souls to get those resurging storm sisters. And Goblin City can continue to do as it has been doing with produce housing. Actually, since I'm kind of abandoning it, I might stick it on produce merchandise. It's not going to make a whole lot of extra money, but it'll be like maybe 7 or 8 extra, well, maybe a little more than that, maybe 10 extra gold. Which is better than no extra gold. I'm going to leave those guys positioned on that mountain. I kind of like where they are right now. I'm going to move that whole army this direction just a bit. Put them in a better spot to intercept. And let's see, Wethras has grown into a city. That's good, but not a metropolis, so we want to leave fertile domain on it. The main invasion down here, yep, Santa retook that city. Nothing I can do about that right now. Just got to get that road network finished in here. Would make a huge difference. Alright. On to the next turn. Let's see. I got spells to cast. I do have spells to cast, and I want a gargantuan animal right up here right now, I think. Because of the Dreadnought. If I get really lucky, I will get a tier 4 shock serpent, which should be spectacular. Why is it taking... Oh, that's 160. Hang on. Oh, dang, that's 160. I thought it was 80. I guess 80 would be kind of on the cheap side. Eldritch Animals, 70. Like, I could get the small animals for 40. And 2 of them on one turn. So I could basically have 4 small animals for every 1 big one. I don't know. It really depends on which big one it gives me. I don't know if it's worth 2 full turns of casting. I think at this point, I kind of want to just spam little ones and give them lots of targets to shoot at. Can spread them out and make it harder for the Juggernaut to kill everything. I don't know. I don't know which is the right call here. Sunburst might have been a good call. I don't think he had a way of repairing that Dreadnought. You know what? For now, I'm just going to summon wild animals. Just the little ones. They'll evolve into bigger... Well, some of them will evolve into bigger animals eventually. It might give me useless crap like tigers, though. Because I sort of want to leave my mana available on the next turn to use Sunburst, possibly. Although, one of the units in that army was a Draconian, so Sunburst wouldn't be as effective. You know what? We'll just get a gargantuan animal. Let's just hope. Maybe we'll get lucky. It could be fun. Why not? Tempered Empire, I believe, is still active. I don't think it's been disjuncted. Yeah. Now they'll probably try to disjunct it soon. It's been a little while. Let's go to the next turn and see what happens. Oh, there's trolls. Right there. Close to my capital. The wetlands will slow them down a bit. I didn't notice them right in the middle of everything. Frick. Okay, I gotta start getting units in cities, because these guys are hard to see. Problem, it doesn't tell you if there's a domain invasion. Well, I mean, it does, but not if they spawn just outside of your borders. Okay, those two are getting more aggressive. I don't think these guys can reach the capital through those wetlands. I don't think they're smart enough to take the... Man, it spawns 8 of them at a time. Holy crap. Need to be looking around for more. Okay, there's some coming after that goblin town. We're gonna leave them alone. Where'd those guys go? Oh, they're coming this way. Okay, that's good. They're going towards my bigger army instead of my undefended capital. I can handle that, I think. It's still a nice big chunk of trolls. I might need to hole up in this city for a bit. Defend the walls. This city is going to get slammed because it's got... Well, maybe the trolls will go after him. That'd be funny. If he comes any closer. They have mountaineering, I think, but they can't quite reach the eagle. And those guys can't quite reach the eagle either. I think I'm happy having that eagle where it is. Because it can get to that city in one turn. It can get to my capital in one turn. It can get to the hasteberries there in one turn. Which would allow it to possibly get this far. Yeah, I think I'm good with where it is. Seeing an army of trolls that size gives me pause about sending Dora through areas that I can't see. Because those trolls spawned here, and there was no fog of war. I could see all of that. Which means they could theoretically spawn anywhere outside of my borders. But on the other hand, Dora really has to get up that way, so we're going to take the chance and try to get her through some wild territory. Alright, Ultra Bound Souls is coming pretty soon. Let's get this... Let's keep building this road here, I think. Yeah. Alright, I want this guy in this city. Should have... Did I not build a hunter for a turn? Oh no, I sent one up north, that's right. I think I'm going to send another one up north. Help guard the capital. Okay, we got one in that city. Gonna have another one in there. So that should be okay. I want the new one being produced to also go towards that city. This builder, it's time to continue building roads. I have to decide where I want the road to go from here. Thinking a more internal road through the Empire might be better, rather than having it go down along this route, but this route would give me quicker access to the cave. I could split off and go north too, so... Yeah, I think I kind of like this direction a little bit more. So we'll go up one more and then straight east from here for a while. So I'll knock down some travel time for the dwarf. Alright, that looks good to me. Now where do I want my big animal to go? Right now the only city under threat by trolls, besides the goblin one that I don't really care that much about, is this city here, which I'm going to try to hold. But I need more range units in there to hold it very effectively, 'cause right now I've only got one hunter. So I think I am going to summon the big gargantuan animal right here. What did we get? We got a cockatrice. Okay. Well, it can petrify stuff. It's not a terrible animal. It's just a weird one. Alright, we're going to try to hold these walls. As for these guys down here, check that off. And I think it's just time for me to, for the time being, abandon that cave. I want the full force of my hero's army up north right now. I've done enough damage to Santa for the moment. Except that he's got even more crap on the way. Sure, stone walls and dwarven city sounds good. I'm not going to make crossbowmen. High Elf Hunter is done. High Elf Hunter is done. Builder's Hall is done. I want to grow the borders by one more. It's got 5 turns. It'll probably grow just as fast as I could build anything else in it. So I think I'm just going to take the shrine for the extra mana. Okay. Now, question. Does this person have any army buff stuff? Field medic, he's got defense command. I think that's it. What about the orc? Melee command, defense command, blood brother. Yeah, she's a way better army leader. Okay. So I want as many units under her command as I can get. We'll move. She got the spider, the snake, the vampire spider. I guess that's all fine. I want the cockatrice with her. Probably don't need a range unit with her because, yeah, we'll move this snake out and the 2 shock serpents in because she's got melee command. It's going to be a little more effective that way. And the other guys I'm going to leave here for now. Actually, this spot's fine, because they can run this way if they need to get to the capital more quickly. Storehouse, maybe? No, wait, hang on, what am I thinking? Merchandise. I could very well lose this city on the next turn. Of course, they might run underground and go after the goblins, which would be fine with me too. Okay, check that eagle should be safe. These guys are in position to where they can run either direction and assist as needed. With another one on the way. Wish I had some line of sight in this area. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do, just in case trolls pop up and move real fast from out of nowhere, I'm going to move more elf archers into this city, because this city is about to finish something that'll make me make some pretty crazy good Storm Sisters. So I want that city to keep working on that. If this city comes under fire, I can always use the haste berries to get hunters from point A to point B really fast. They could run down here and help if they need to. But by default, this city probably doesn't need quite as many defenders, unless that army from Santa decides to come this way, which they might. They could make it in a couple turns, but if they do, then I can move more archers in to defend it. And as for my leader's army, I think... do I want to split them up? Not really. But do I need to split them up? That's a better question. I'm gonna say no. We'll take it slow and steady with that army. Right now, things up here aren't so dire that it's completely out of control. Well, oh man, I don't know though, because if those other 2 juggernauts come down, then I am gonna really be in trouble. No, I think we've got to let these guys get out ahead a bit. I'll try to mix these units up into other cities' defensive plans, but these three need to get up, especially these two, need to get up to fight the Dreadnought. I can't wait on that any longer. Okay. I just need to get them back to a city. It doesn't really matter which one. The thing I don't understand about this troll event is when it technically ends, because it seems like it sends some, like, waves of trolls, but maybe it spawns them all at once and I just don't see them all at first. I'm not really entirely sure how it works. If you guys know that, let me know, because that will have an impact on when I decide to kind of redetermine where my units need to go, and when I can kind of ease off of defense and move people towards the front lines. Right now I feel like I'm just playing defense constantly. Like I don't have any breathing room. Okay. Dora will have a road to work with here before long. For a little distance anyway. And then at least just barrens to walk on, so she won't be slowed. Alright. Let's end the turn. Wild Growth comes next. Or I can use Wild Growth on the next turn, I mean. Mogwai captured my city of Zorku. I guess that shouldn't be a surprise, but he's going to have to deal with the trolls over there now, so that's fine. Mogwai can have that for now. I've got bigger fish to fry at the moment. I hope the Dreadnought doesn't, like, get fixated on me like Santa was. I want them to be fighting other people, not just sending tons of Juggernauts at me. All the more reason to get those Storm Sisters out quickly. Waiting for... Okay, the Dreadnought is the one currently moving. And they moved back, I think? I actually didn't see where that army went. They may have run away from the trolls. Who's casting spells down here? Alright, closely matched. Must hold the city walls. I might lose something here. It's a lot of trolls, and I don't have a lot arranged. Let's just get that hunter into what is probably the best position for him to be in at the moment. And tougher units standing in the gates. This guy up here could be handy. Alright, I want my orc standing in one of those gates. Actually, I don't know. Which one do I want to lure them through? I think I'll try to lure them all towards this side. In fact, where's the snake that's got poison damage? I want you over on the other side here. Got an idea. Okay. And I'm going to need that ice ball a lot on this one. Okay, I've got 80 mana, which will allow me to summon Ancestral Spirits twice. I don't want to do Hornet Swarm because the trolls will just regenerate it. Ancestral Spirits probably going to be one of my better options here. Twisting Roots would be pretty good too. Twisting Roots is a tempting option. It'll slow down some of my units too, though, is the problem. But I've got the advantage of being on the walls. You know, I think for this battle, it makes a lot of sense. And then I could summon one Ancestral Spirit. I'm going to go ahead and do this. After I've finished moving my units as much as I can. Alright. That'll slow their advance a bit. And they can't dispel it, because they're just independents. Fortunately, she is on a flying mount, so she can still move normally. I'm just gonna end the combat round here. Oh, look how slow they are. Oh no. Alright. What I can do here is... Wait. She's on a flying mount. Why is she being slowed down? She's flying. She's got a fire wyvern. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, well that's disappointing. Anyway, I'll just move the spider in there then, I suppose. I want this guy here. I keep getting this snake down this direction. We want to lure him right down the middle here and hit him with range attacks from all sides. I want to leave the option of summoning a Phantasm Warrior in. Now they'll all move directly at the spider, and I can start shooting them up. Actually, probably should be using arcane arrows. This is going to be a lot of range attack bonuses. And with a 30% chance to freeze any single troll, that will be nice too. And we'll just leave the dread spider hanging out there, which could potentially web a troll. And the name of the game is focus firing on one of them at a time. So I do 6 to 10, and this does 5 to 9. So the base attack is actually better against these trolls. Just gotta whittle that guy down. Except for this guy, I want to keep trying to freeze the ones with more health. And I almost forgot Doomgaze. Not having good luck with the freezes and petrifies, though. Okay, we'll let him get a little closer. He's coming up. Okay, should be able to knock this one out here. Okay, one down. Only like a ton more to go. Come on, petrify or freeze somebody. Come on. This needs some success here. Those guys are going to come flying up those walls pretty soon. That's going to be a problem, and I need to have units over there prepared to deal with it. I'm going to switch positions of you two. And any damage she does on this turn is just going to be negated by regrowth. So I'm just going to move her and shoot something anyway, but she needs to get over to this side because that's where they're about to break through. Unless I can freeze one of them. I've had literally 0 success on any crowd control stuff. They are almost certainly going to break through that wall on this turn. So what I'm going to do is summon the Ancestral Spirit right here. And they are floating, so they really should not be slowed down by Twisting Roots. maybe you could stop smashing up my walls. That'd be great. I kind of want the one in front to keep attacking the... Does that guy have his guard down? I kind of want the one in front to keep attacking the Phantasm or the Ancestral Spirit for the moment, which I'm going to try to get over and heal. First off, let's turn this guy around to do as much damage as I can. He's going to break that wall if I don't petrify him. Why are they... Like, I know it's been like a 35% chance every time, but still annoying as heck that I cannot seem to land anything on these guys. Can I do anything to finish him off? I've got the ice ball from this guy with a chance to freeze. This can do 6 to 9 damage. Ice ball does... Oh wait, I've got another crossbow. This might be the time to use it. Yeah, this is probably the time to use a crossbow. I need that troll needs to die right there. To keep that hunter safe for a little bit longer. No one wants to come pick a fight with the spider, huh? I mean, I'm holding that gate nice and open for everyone. Okay, they're doing a great job holding those ogres in place. I'm going to give him more defense, and hopefully he can hold off for just a little bit longer. Want to target the ones with their guard down. They're more likely to die. This guy, how much health does that wall have left? That's 60 on that one, 100 on this one. This is the weak point. They can do not quite enough damage to break it with one guy. So I've still got a turn to work with here. I'm going to move him here, him there, and bestow Iron Heart on that guy to give him extra defense, make him even harder to punch through. And then probably try to target one of them that... I need to try to freeze one of those two that's on the broken part of the wall. Can you reach the further one? No, he's just out of range. The further one is weaker. That's a shame. Okay, maybe we try to freeze the one that's further away and focus fire on the other one. Come on. That's 50. I mean, I keep failing these checks. They are going to break this on the next turn, so I need something to get in the way over here, and I think that vampire spider's going to have to volunteer. Maybe I can petrify the other troll. Finally, I got something. Okay. Yeah, I think I want more of the flanking damage to be on this guy. Make it as hard for him to recover as possible. Come on, I want somebody to go after the spider. It's just sitting right here. But I don't want too many people to go after the spider. You know, at this point, it might be worth moving the spider up. Because he's the only one that could hit it. I'll put the snake behind there. I may need to back it out at some point, but I think I just need it to be a distraction. I'm just trying to buy myself time. See, there we go. Instead of going after the wall, he goes after the spider. I think he fumbled that attack. Okay, this is great. My hunter is now safe for a little longer. And the spider got their attention, it seems. Now that guy, I really want to kill. He's so close. Maybe I can get him with crossbows. 10 to 16 and 3 to 5. Yeah, that should work. 3. Even if I min-roll everything, he's dead. Okay. How much longer is he petrified for? Till the end of the next turn. Okay. So he can't do anything. Phantasm or the ancestral spirits are fine. So at this point, I want to... that spider has attracted a lot of attention. I think what I want to do is try to use this guy to petrify that orc, which unfortunately did not work, but it does turn him around. So now I can back the spider up into a little bit more of a safe position and just keep these these trolls kind of guessing as to where they need to go next. Meantime, I can probably kill that guy. Okay. Looks good for the moment. I'm going to leave the vampire spider here in case this guy does turn around and go after that wall, but he still needs more than one turn to break it. They're back at it with that poor guy. Okay, this is what I wanted the trolls to do in the first place, is zone in on the Dread Spider Queen right in the middle of the gate. Those guys out there have their guard down. I believe I have a chance to kill them here. Okay, got it. And I have a chance to potentially freeze this one, which I'm going to take. Yeah, there we go. Finally. He cannot reach... Wait, can he reach him in one turn? Yeah, he can. He could move onto that tile. So I probably still want to leave those guys on defense. Unless I can petrify him. If I can petrify him... Nope. Alright, in that case, I'm just going to damage him. Probably should stack damage on the same unit, not spread it out too much. Okay, these guys are still holding strong here. So proud. Okay, then you can try to web him. No dice on that one. Let's see if we can petrify this guy. Nope. Alright, I'm gonna try to kill... That guy can't kill the spider on this turn. So I'm gonna try to kill this guy here, I think. I could do a lot of damage to him with those Phantasm Warriors. I think I'm gonna take advantage of that. And then with the rest of these guys, I can probably dish out a healthy amount of damage too. froze him on my turn, so I don't need to freeze him again just yet. Let's target some fire on that guy. I don't have quite enough to kill him, but he's low enough on health that he will die on the next turn. Yep, I think this is looking pretty good. And look who woke back up. I can't quite reach him with the hunter, but if I can freeze him or petrify him, I could get him with pretty much anybody. There we go. Now I can move the hunter here. And let's just spit on him a little more, make sure the snake's getting experience. And the rest of this should be pretty easy. In fact, we'll just finish him off with that guy. Alright, that was not too bad, all things considered. That doesn't surprise me. Good to know he's got a couple Manicore riders over there, though. Okay, are there any other domain invasions that I need to worry about? There's the Goblin one. I don't see any other notifications. Need to do a quick scan to look for stacks of independent trolls running around. No, but here comes frickin' Santa Claus, because he just won't fricking leave me alone. I'm so sick of this guy. Alright. Well, I'm going to have to do something about that. I'll just move in archers to defend. I think I'd be okay with enough archers. This is the only thing that is any real huge threat. But otherwise, archers on top of stone walls are going to do a lot of damage. I'll get these guys down here too. It's going to be another turn before you can get to me, so I'll probably move... I'll move these spiders down to assist with this. Freaking Santa. My gosh. Alright. Then my leader can keep going up, following the road to assist with the Dreadnought, who apparently has backed off for the moment. I'll scout out a little bit more for him in the next episode, but I think it's about time to wrap this one up. I think that was a pretty good note to end on overall. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I am planning to do one more this week, so keep your eye out for that. Also, just a heads up in advance, I know that on the weekend of October 15th and the 22nd, those 2 weeks in a row, I'm going to be gone, once for a wedding and the other one for a Halloween party. So I will probably, I don't know how I'm going to handle those weeks. I might try to record one episode in the middle of each week or something like that. I don't think I want to go through a 2-week dry spell out there. But just so you know in advance, my recording will probably be a little bit messed up during that time period. But I hope you're looking forward to one more episode this week. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. I will see you all in the next one. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Dawson Horner, Jimbro, Sarah Feingold, and Tarsak. Thanks so much, everybody.